All right, today we're going to be removing the front wheel off of the 883 Custom so I can get the new tire and tube installed. And the tools for this job are going to be a 12.38 socket, a 5/16 Allen head, the sockets for the caliper bolts. This is for the pinch bolt, a 9/16 for the nut on the pinch bolt, a 3/8 ratchet, and a 1/2 inch breaker bar with a 15/16 socket. So the order is going to be remove the caliper first. We're going to suspend that from the bars with a bungee cord. And then we'll loosen this nut to get the axle ready. And then we will remove the pinch bolt. Okay, Allen head, nut on the back. And then from there, we'll use a big screwdriver, which I forgot to grab. I'll grab that. And then we can actually, once we get this loose, we'll hit this a couple times with a dead blow hammer just to knock it out, and then we can finish pulling it out. And then pay attention to your spacers on each side, because they are side specific and how they go in. So let's get started. All right, this is removing the caliper bolts. And yes, the bike is moving, but it is actually strapped to the jack. I never work without straps. Don't want the bike to fall off the stand. I had a close call probably 12 years ago. The jack gave way, and the bike nearly fell down. Didn't know my own strength at the time, thankfully. I was able to stop it from falling all the way over. Very lucky. All right, as you can see, the caliper's loose. So now we'll slide it off. And we're going to hook it into the bungee cord. We'll get you a close-up of that once I get a chance here. Just want to keep it out of the way. Don't want it to stay over there. Okay. And you can see I have it on a bungee cord off the bar, so that's ready to go. All right, next step. We're going to loosen this axle bolt. This will be quite tight. Position here. Come on, come on. 1/2 inch breaker bar comes in handy when you're doing a job like this. There we go, it's loose. So that gets it loosened. I have to reposition this caliper better. Maybe grab it from a different one. I just don't want it to tear up the front fender because the bike is in really good condition. All right, that's better. Okay, so this is loose. This is ready to go. Very good, very good. Let me grab a 1/2 inch ratchet. Back that off quicker. All right, now that we got it broke free, it'll come off with the ratchet. That makes it a smidge of a bit easier there. And like I said, we're just going to back this off till we get to the end here. And that way we can knock it through once we get the pinch bolt out. All right, so moving on to the other side. Let me spin this around over here. You'll see I have the rather large Phillips head screwdriver. That'll be for the axle. So what we're going to do now is the pinch bolt. Okay, get it set up so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Hopefully I won't get my big head in your way. All right. So again, this is a 5/16 Allen head. Come on. There we go. And a 9/16 open end or box end, whichever you prefer. And then just gotta break that free. Yeah, break your camera while you're at it. Good thing it's a GoPro. They're supposed to be able to take a beating. Hate when that happens. Okay. Come on, baby. There it goes. Okay, we got it now. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let me put it on there. Yes, all right, very good. So now that that's loose, we can back that off. Yep. And take that off by hand. With the nut side, you're going to find a flat washer and a lock washer. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let's see. Flat and lock. Allen head bolt. And make sure, you know, while you're getting your tire changed, you keep everything somewhere safe so you don't mislay your stuff to put it back together. All right, that's done. Now that we got the pinch bolt out, we can go ahead. Let's see if this axle's going to move at all. Oh, yeah, nice. Ready to go. So I'm going to pop it out a little bit from the other side with the dead blow. There we go. I have to adjust this camera a little bit from falling over. All right, very good. So we'll tap this with the dead blow, and that's ready to pop out. So we'll finish backing this nut off on the other side. And then, like I said, as you carefully pull that out, you have to be careful. All right, there we go. That nut's off. With your spacers, make sure you pay attention to the way your spacers go. Okay, spacer on that side and spacer on this side. See, this one has the lines in it, so that's for this side of the bike. All right, let's see from there where we're at. A little bit. Bring that up a little bit. All right. All right, now on the nut side, you will find a large washer backing it. And then we'll hold this in place. We'll get this axle out. Come on, baby. Like I said, we gotta watch the spacers. Let me give a little more room here. Let's see if I can get a better angle. You guys can see me pulling this off. There we go, like that. I guess it'll work. It's tough because I have a lot of stuff in the garage for the winter months. There we go. All right, she's coming out. All right. There's a spacer, axle, this side spacer, the other side spacer fell right out. There it is right there. Okay, so this would be facing the bike. This is the right side spacer. And this is the left side spacer. And now I'm high enough on the jack, this can just roll straight out. And here's our axle. There's our axle right there. So we'll wipe that down real good with carburetor cleaner. And we'll get that cleaned up before that goes back together to make sure everything's nice and clean going in. And wow, look at this. I don't know if you guys can see that. This tire actually has a nail in it. So it's been holding air fine, but there's a nail in it. Look at that. So perfect time to be swapping it out. Another thing too, when you travel with this, do not lay it down on the disc. Okay, you don't want that weight pressing down on the disc. Okay, so that's it. That's a part for now. That's as far as we're going to go today, because we're going to actually take this tire over Saturday to go ahead and get it taken care of. And don't mind my jacket. It is a work jacket. So if you see that nice big rip, it's a, my God, it's from the 1986 Bears championship season. So it's got some tears in it. So that's where we're at for now. Again, forgive me with my camera abilities. It's first time doing it with video. I always do these write-ups and step-by-step sequence photographs and written step-by-steps. So hopefully you guys are seeing what I'm doing here, and I'm trying to make it as clear and concise as possible with what tools I'm using. All right, we'll see you when we put the tire back on.